Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a huge book haul. We have 40 books to get through. Every single book in this haul I bought this year, and I do have some rules when it comes to book buying this year. I'm trying to do a low buy, but you know how it is. Sometimes I can't help myself. So I'm going to insert the rules right here so you can read them. But basically I can only buy books secondhand, limited editions, and then I'm also allowed to buy books that I have already read that I want to basically have in my collection because I love them. This is probably going to be one of the biggest book hauls that I do this year because I am trying to save money. I just found out that I am moving overseas in the fall, so obviously I don't want to have that many things to move, and I also want to save money so that I can see my family before I go and all that. So yeah, let's enjoy this moment because it's not happening anytime soon. That is so sad. I cannot believe that I'm not gonna be buying books. That is like my peak activity to make myself happy. So yeah, let's get right into it because if not, this video is gonna be super long. I don't know if I'm gonna go too into them. Like, I'm gonna talk about some of them in depth about what they're about, but not all of them, because if not, we're gonna be here forever. Okay, so the first one is Alice Feeney, His and Hers. I actually bought this secondhand, and I bought it after I read it. So yeah, I think I rated this 4.5. Then I have The Kiss Quotient and The Heart Principle. This one I read in, I think, 2019, and then this one I read in 2022. I rated this one 4 stars, 5 stars, and I already had the middle one, like the second book. I wanted the whole collection, the whole series, because I love it. So yeah. Then we have The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, which I know that if you watch my own haul, I had told you guys that I hadn't bought it yet. I ended up buying it new because I couldn't find it. I could find it secondhand, but I feel like the price was not like cheaper than like if I bought it brand new, and the point of buying secondhand is to save money. So I decided to just go and buy the full price, and not full price, but like Amazon price. And then I have The Queen of Nothing, which was my favorite in the series. Then I have The King of Elfin, which I already read in a reading blog. I'm going to insert that in the cards if you guys want to check that out. And then I have Stolen Heir, which I will be reading either at the end of this month or in March. But I think I'm going to try to read it this month because I did not add this to the March TBR. So I don't know. We'll see. These were all 5 stars except for obviously Stolen Heir because I haven't read it. And then the King of Elfin one, that one was, I think, 4 stars. Then I have Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead. I loved this one. I gave it 5 stars. This is like about a lesbian who got a job at a Catholic church accidentally, and yeah, I loved it. It has a lot of commentary about religion, homosexuality, the hypocrisy of the church and all that. So basically, like, go into it with an open mind. Then I have Terms and Conditions. I already had bought the fine print last year, and this is my favorite one from the series. I don't know, I probably will, but not right now. Like, I'm not in a hurry to buy the 3rd book. I did not love it as much as I did this one. This one was the only one that was 5 stars for me. It is a fake marriage, like Marriage of Convenience. So yeah, the other 2 were 4 stars. Then I have Icebreaker. This one was 5 stars. Very open-minded characters. I love the friend group. I said in 2022 I fell out of love with college-based books, and this is the only series that I think I'm gonna keep reading that is taking place in college. I did not like the main character that much. Like Stassi, she was a little annoying sometimes, but I did like Nate a lot. Is his name Nate? Yeah, Nate. So yeah, I did like Nate a lot and his group of friends. Then I have Word Slut. I actually read this book in February, and I'm gonna go in depth about it in my February wrap-up, so stay tuned for that. But this, all I'm gonna say is everybody should read this book. Everybody should read this book. I feel like it touches on everything that everybody should be aware of, especially like, I feel like here in the United States, people are having issues with the whole pronoun situation. Like, oh, you can't use them, they for like one single person. Yeah, read this. I feel like every single argument that I hear about like homophobia, transphobia, whatever, I'm always like, how about you just read this? There's some diagrams going on if you are having an issue understanding. Like, just read this book. Just read this book. Then I have Beautiful World, Where Are You? And this is a special edition. I read this book this month and I loved it, and I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. I think this is what made me a Sally Rooney girly. Like, I had only liked Conversation with Friends. I was about normal people, and this book made me want to reread Normal People, because I feel like when I went into Normal People, I had no idea how Sally Rooney's writing style is like, so I was a little bit disappointed because I was expecting a love story and it's not. I feel like that's why I didn't like the story, because of the ending and all that. So I feel like now that I know how she writes and I'm more into her type of writing, maybe I should reread Normal People. So I found this really cute special edition cover. It's like a UK edition. I am not gonna annotate it or anything because it's like, you know, like a very pretty edition. So I decided to keep this one annotated. I did the same thing with another book here that I'm gonna mention soon. So yeah, stay tuned for my February wrap up, because I'm gonna go in depth about my thoughts on this book. Another book that I decided to buy a different edition for was Daisy Jones and the Six. My favorite book. Well, it's not my favorite book, but it's one of my favorite books, and I reread it this month because I'm gonna be doing a vlog where I reread it, and then I also watch the new series and react to it on video. So that vlog is gonna go up the weekend that the show comes out, so stay tuned for that. I annotated the other one, like the older version that I had, like this cover. I have that one upstairs because I just reread it last week. So yeah, I bought this new cover, not new cover, but like this cover is from like the UK, and I love it. I love it. I love the rainbow. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. And then the spine is like pink. The back, ugh, I love it so much. I know I keep saying I love it, but it's just so beautiful. Alright, I have 4 more books on the pile of books I have already read. I have The Maid. I feel like the best way to describe this is like if Eleanor Oliphant turned like mystery thriller. You know what I mean? It's not very thrilling. It's more like mystery, like trying to figure out who did it. But the fact that she is so socially awkward and she doesn't know how to act around other people makes her look guilty. So yeah. Then I have The Kind Worth Killing. This book. Okay, so I read this book on Kindle, and this is like their original cover. There's like a few covers, so I'm gonna put them here, but I like this cover the best, so I decided to just order it. I think it's a UK cover as well. I don't know if I said it already, but this is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. I read this in January, and it is probably already like top 5 reads of 2023, so yeah, I loved it. 5 stars. Then I have Blood Sugar. This one also has a different cover. I'll insert it here, but I like this cover better, so I decided to get it from Blackwell's. And yeah, I love this book a lot. I went in depth about it in my favorite books of 2022 video. I will insert that in the cards as well, so make sure you check that out if you want to know more about it. But yeah, definitely a 5 stars read for me. This was top 3 of 2022, so that's how much I loved it. And then last but not least, for this category, we got Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. This is actually a cookbook, but there's not that many recipes in it. It's actually about cooking. It talks about the science behind cooking, how to mix things together. It goes in depth about the basis of every single one of these things. I watched the Netflix show with this at the same time, so like I read the salt part of this book, and then I watched the salt episode, and then I did the fat part of the book, and then I watched the fat episode, because like the series on Netflix has like all 4, so it has like an episode for salt, 1 for fat, 1 for acid, 1 for heat, and she actually goes like to the origin of like the country of origin of these ingredients. She goes and talks about like how they're created and the different types and all that. So like for salt, she goes to I think Tokyo or like somewhere in Japan. For fat, she visits I think Italy, so that she can talk about olive oil and all that. And then for acids, she goes to Mexico, because Mexico uses a lot of like spices and stuff like that, which is acidic, like lime, lemon, all that. And then heat, she is in California in her house, and she basically like goes in depth about like different type of heats and stuff like that. And I think she was a chef at I'll insert like the picture of the restaurant, but like it's a very popular restaurant in California. I think it's in California, in LA, I don't know, but anyway, she worked in this restaurant, and it's a very like fancy, like expensive restaurant. And basically like she goes to the restaurant in the show. All I'm gonna say is, if you are gonna read this book, watch the TV series. I feel like they go hand in hand, and that is like the ultimate experience. I feel like I loved it even more because I was able to do both at the same time. Alright, so now we're gonna talk about every single book that I bought secondhand. First, I bought Anxious People. I did a vlog about it. I will insert it up in the cards. And then I also bought Britt Marie Was Here. They're all by Frederick Backman, and then by him I also bought A Man Called Ovi. I'm gonna be doing a reading vlog about Freddie Backman. I have these 3 and another one that I will be doing in that vlog, so yeah, stay tuned for that vlog because it's coming up in March. Then I got Gone Girl. I'm also gonna be doing a vlog where I read this and watch the movie, but I think I'm gonna do that more like towards April. I watched the movie already. I don't remember anything about it because I watched it when it came out, but I know that a lot of people love this book, and yeah, I bought it secondhand. They had like really nice ones, but this one was like all like, you know, like the spine is already cracked. I feel like this corner is a little bit like bent. I love the character of the book. I love finding secondhand books that look like this, like if they've been through a lot. I love it. I love books with characters, and I feel like that's like the best part of getting secondhand books. Then I got two books. They're not both secondhand. One of them is secondhand and the other one was on sale, but I'm going to talk about both of them right now. It's the Holaaa series. I have them in this box because I sold them on Pango, and I'm about to drop this off today, but that's why I can't show them to you. But if that doesn't tell you what I think about them, then I don't know what will, because if I'm selling them, it's because I did not love them. So they were like 4 stars. They're good books. They're like, you know, like more of the same. Like, I feel like fantasy books, like they get to a point where like they kind of like, they're very similar, and I feel like that one was like that. Like, I did not feel any type of nuance to it. It was just like, okay, just another book about a girl who goes to like a fairy world to do something, and then she gets caught up in it. She meets someone, and then there's like a fight and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just more of the same. I'm not saying that's just fantasy books. Romance books are definitely top 1 of 0 nuance to it. So I'm not really complaining. It's just they were okay, you know. So I decided to just sell them because I'm not gonna reread them anytime soon. So then I have The Maidens. This one is by the same author, Alex Michelides or Michaelides. I don't know, but him. He wrote The Silent Patient, which I read in 2022, and I think I gave it 4 stars, 3 or 4 stars. But this book, I feel like people either love it or hate it. I have never read anyone be like, it's okay. Like, it's just like, ugh, worst book ever. Or like, wow, amazing book. You know what I mean? Like, there's never like an in-between review about it. I mean, I'm sure if I go to Goodreads, I can find a lot of them. But from what I've read or like heard, without actually looking into the reviews, I feel like I have always heard like very polarizing opinions. So yeah, anyways, I read The Silent Patient. I liked it, so I didn't love it. I liked it, so I decided to get it because it was secondhand. And you know when you go to Pango and like people have like shipping discounts? This is one of those books that I added because I just wanted to reach the shipping discount, and I was like, why not? I've always wanted to read it. Might as well just get it. Same thing with this one, Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. This one I also got in that same order, and I read His and Hers earlier this year, so I want to keep reading her books. And even though they're kind of like on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't have to buy them, I feel like if I'm gonna buy them anyway, then might as well. If not, I can always sell it. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I don't annotate this, because if I annotate it, then obviously I can't sell it. And then in that same order, I got this one. This is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. I got this one because I like the guest list, and I didn't know it was gonna be paperback. I should have known because Pango lets you know if it's paperback or not. But again, I was trying to reach the shipping limit. I saw it and I was like, add it to my cart, and I didn't even look if it was gonna be paperback or hardcover. So now I have like 2 Lucy Foleys that are hardcover, and then this one. So it's a little annoying, but I'll be okay. And then I have Hidden Pictures. This one I bought secondhand. I don't know much about this book. I know it's like about a babysitter that came out of, I think, rehab, and she's taking care of a kid. The kid is kind of creepy. He does like drawings and stuff, and you can actually see the drawings in the book. So yeah, I love it. I am super excited about this one. I don't think it has the best reviews. I think it has like 3 point something, which is not that, I mean, in my opinion, it's not that good. But at the same time, I have liked 3-star books on Goodreads a lot. So I take, you know, reviews with a grain of salt. I will rather just read it and see if I like it myself. Alright, now let's go to the ones that were on sale. So the first 2 I got were buy one, get the other one 50% off. I got Then She Was Gone, and then I got Local Woman Missing. They're both thrillers. I have not read them yet, so I cannot tell you much about them. I got Mad Honey. This one I bought on sale at the beginning of the year. They were having like a hardcover sale or something. I think it was like a Books A Million or Barnes & Nobles. I'm not really sure, but like I went to my sister-in-law's house in North Carolina, and I decided to go to the bookstores while I was there and decided to get this one because my cousin had just left my house, because my cousin, like the one that reads that I mentioned in my newbie tag, she came here for Christmas, and we were talking about it, and she mentioned this book, and I was like, I gotta read it. Then when I went to my sister-in-law's house, that was like maybe like a few days after I talked to my cousin, so it was still fresh in my head. So when I saw it at the store, I was like, give it to me. And then on that same note, I got this one because of my cousin. She gave me her book of the month subscription link, whatever, so that I can get it for $5 and then she gets $5. So basically, like, I paid $5 for this book. It wasn't like on sale or anything. I rated this 3 stars, I think. So yeah, I have my thoughts, all of it, in a video, so I will again link it up in the cards. Then I have Chain of Iron. This one I bought because I saw it on Target. It had like the yellow Target clearance sticker. So I was like, $9. $9 for this. This is originally $24.99. That's not that bad. I feel like most of them are like $28, right? Anyways, it was like $9 and I was like, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it because I've always wanted to read this. I put this in my 2023 TBR, like this whole series. So yeah, I am so excited. I decided to check the first book on the library and they had it. I will be doing a vlog about this whole series. I'm gonna be reading it for the first time in a vlog. Hopefully I can upload that this month because it is in my March TBR, so we'll see. Then I have Demon in the Wood. This is part of the Shadow and Bone series, which I have not read. I felt like this was kind of like a 4 stars. I don't know anything about this, which is why I didn't really like rate it. Like, I rated it in my head, but I didn't rate it on Goodreads because I felt like it was like a little bit unfair, especially if I have no idea what this is about. I actually didn't even know that this was a villain until like I think last week. I was like, he's a villain? What? Anyways, whatever. The point is that like now I'm like more interested. I think I might read The Crooked Kingdom and like, what's the first one? You know what I'm talking about, like this series, like this duology, part of this whole series. I might do that one in April, May. Then we have Call Us What We Carry. This one I also bought at Target with the yellow sticker. I think this one was like 13 or 12 out of $24.99. That is the original price. It is a poetry book and it touches kind of like on America's culture right now, like, you know, how we're super divided and like the left and the right and social justice, politics and all that. So obviously I want to read this. There's one poem that has a mask and I was like, oh, okay, is this gonna be like about COVID or something? All right, let's go to special editions. So these are not necessarily special editions. They can be like rare books, so yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, so the first 2 I have are both from T.J. Klune, and it's House on the Cerulean Sea and Under the Whispering Door, and these have sprayed edges. I read this one and I think I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it. It was very different from anything I have ever read before. I've never read a book about like not superheroes, like not monsters either, like, you know what I mean, like one of them was, I don't know how to, I'll insert a picture of the kids because they were special, you know what I mean, especially like Lucy. I feel like the message that the book was trying to like transmit with Lucy's situation and like everything about Lucy was like, yes, it had me like the whole time. This one I have not read, but I love the aesthetic of this one way better than the other one, and I think I'm gonna like this one better because it kind of like touches on your existence and all that, which is something that I kind of like find myself thinking about all the time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna connect with that book a lot. Oh, I had Soul and Air in the special edition. Obviously this was a special edition, it's just that I showed it to you with the rest of the series, but yeah, this is part of the special edition ones that I got. It is a Barnes & Noble special edition, so yeah. And then the other one is not a special edition, but it is a very rare edition, and it is the Alice in Wonderland or Adventures in Wonderland book. I have been meaning to read this book forever. I love this edition. As you guys can see, I'm a plant person, so obviously when I saw the greenery, I was like, yes, this is literally the edition that I've been waiting for, because I've always wanted to buy this book, like this story, but I have never felt like a connection to any of the editions that I have seen before, and I know that they make really pretty editions, so I decided to wait it out, and I'm glad I did because I found this one, and it also has like sprayed edges. The end papers are the same color as the edges, so yeah, and then the spine is kind of like blue. I love it. I don't love the art, like the drawings and stuff inside. They're not like that cute, but honestly I don't really care. All I care about is the cover. Okay, we're almost done. We're in the last category, and these are books that don't fall under any category. Like, they're not secondhand, they're not special edition, and I have not read them before. I just bought them because I decided to break my rules. So the first one we got is the Spiritual Poems of Roomie. This one, I don't know where I read about it, but I know that I have seen it quite a few times, and it's just like a whole bunch of poems. It says that it perfectly expresses the spiritual quest and desire for a deeper understanding of not only ourselves but also of our collective oneness as humankind. So again, I like to think about my existence a lot. I just feel like this is gonna hit some spots. Another book that I found that same day that I went to Target, that I found this one. And you guys can see that in my vlog. I vlogged about it. I decided to pick it up even if I haven't read it or if it wasn't on sale, because I already had the first one through the library, and then I found the second one that day, and then I was like, just get the third one. And when I saw the prints, you guys, are you kidding me? You're telling me that I'm gonna have illustrations about everything I'm reading? Yes, I'm here for it. I just cannot wait to read these books. Then I have Nick and Charlie. This one I got because I love Heartstopper, and I thought the fifth edition, like the 5th volume, was coming out this year, and I guess they didn't release it. So I was, you know, ready for some Nick and Charlie, and I decided to just go for this one. This one I rated 5 stars, of course. It's amazing. I love it. And it is not a graphic novel, but it does have illustrations in it. I read it on a vlog. I cried about it, so I will link it up in the cards as well so you guys can check it out. I'm gonna buy everything Nick and Charlie regardless of whether I have read it or not, and I already read the yearbook one, which I have to buy, but I haven't found it like on sale or anything, and I really don't want to pay full price for it, so I'll just patiently wait for it to come out of nowhere so I can buy it. And then I have Things. This one I've been meaning to read for so long, and first of all, let's talk about the black sprayed edges. Yes, the end papers. Yes, I love black. I'm a black girly. I mean, you can tell my walls. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell? This whole room is black because I love black. It's my favorite color. And I dye my hair black. I stopped dyeing it because my natural hair is dark brown, and it's kind of similar, so I don't see why I need to keep putting like chemicals on my hair for no reason. But anyways, long story short, I love black. I love wearing black. Most of my clothes are black, and when I saw black sprayed edges, I was like, yes. Also, can we talk about how it says, I want your love, and then love is crossed out, and it says blood. I want your blood. So this is a story about a vampire and a werewolf. It's a graphic novel, so obviously I'm super excited about it. I kind of want to read it already, but I feel like I should wait for October. I want to wait to be like in the mood for some like spooky books, you know, like just make it like, I mean, I'm gonna be moving in October, so I don't know. We'll see when we read. Okay, my battery died, so I don't know where I left off, but this is the last book, and it is Before We Were Strangers. I have no idea what this is about. I kind of want to read it this month, but we only have 6 days left this month, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to read this month, but hopefully I can read it soon. And yeah, I feel like I didn't read any romance this month. That sucks. Okay, I do know that I have another one. I just don't know where I put it. I literally just had it. Anyways, I will insert a picture then. It's Beartown. Basically, I'm gonna be reading Beartown as well. This one I bought because I'm making that video, and I already had Anxious People, the Britt Marie one, and The Man Called Ovi. I already had those 3, so I was like, let me get Beartown, because I feel like Beartown is like his most popular book. So yeah, I picked that one up, and I'm super excited about that vlog. I cannot wait, because I feel like whenever I read about like the way he writes and like the type of stories he goes for, I'm like, yes. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, got some good recommendations. I know that I didn't go that in depth about them, but I did try to point out my favorite ones. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one.